Hello, my name is Gwen Abbott, and this is my strategic plan presentation. I'm using my employer, which is Roller King Skating Center in Roseville, California. Just to give you a little background about our skating center, it's been a family-owned business since 1977, and we have a staff of primarily teenagers and young adults. We once had a pretty structured system of management. Over the last 7 years or so, it's become kind of a laissez-faire management style. We don't have a formal evaluation or even training program for our employees. And I believe that is one of the reasons why we are experiencing a high turnover rate, which is resulting in increased labor hours and, of course, costs for interviewing and hiring and then retraining of new employees. The mission statement here is to provide our customers with a clean, friendly, safe, and inviting atmosphere for themselves and their families. And we value healthy activity, education, professionalism, entertainment, and enthusiasm. It's our vision to continue to provide our customers with the best possible experience and to continue supporting our local community through fundraising opportunities, and also to further expand our science, technology, engineering, and mathematics field trip program. Since opening our doors in 1977, our staff has always been a vital part of achieving our goals, and I think it's important that we implement an evaluation and recognition program to support them. During my SWOT analysis, I brainstormed strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities and threats, not only on my own, but I also consulted David Jakes, which is one of the center's owners, and he came up with a few ideas that I hadn't thought of, so it was nice to get somebody else's perspective. I also utilized research that I conducted during the LDRS 321, the data-driven leadership course with Rich Malloy. I administered a Likert survey that was based on Roger Chevalier's behavioral model, and it included questions that were environment-based and also individual-based. Some of the strengths that Roller King Skating Center has is that we have first multiple sources of income through school fundraisers and again STEM field trips, birthday parties, private parties, lessons, and just general public skating session hours. And they are sufficient to support the ability to fund labor hours that are required for the development of training and also the evaluation and recognition program that I really feel that we need. Once the training portion has been completed, our employees will have potential opportunities to cross-train in other departments that will help reduce boredom and stagnation. We also have employees that are capable of taking on leadership roles that will give them the opportunity to help support training and cross-training of staff, so it won't fall solely on the management team, and I believe that will help us increase productivity. The last strength that I found was that our business is in an area that's close to high school and to junior colleges, which provides us with a potential hiring pool. And then also our target customer base is families with school-age children, and also teenagers and young adults, which gives our work environment an air of fun and would be exciting for a teenager or young adult for them to work here. And we're able to provide our staff with flexible part-time positions, which could also attract students. Some of the weaknesses that we have here, like I said before, we have a lack of structure. We don't have a formal training program, and we do not have an evaluation or recognition protocol in place at this time. We are also not really utilizing cross-training opportunities to keep our employees engaged, and I feel that's a wasted resource, and is also a much needed aspect here at the skating center. The last weakness is the laissez-faire management style. I really feel that that's very detrimental with issues with performance and attendance. The only time that we ever address issues is when we become frustrated with our employees' performance, or if they have attendance issues, and it's always negative. It's never a positive form of feedback. Some of the opportunities that we have here, we operate in a neighborhood that's rich in families, so that provides us with potential income through the birthday parties, private parties, and school fundraisers, which helps us fund labor hours that are needed for training, and it also funds payroll. We also have a trend towards schools having funds to attend field trips with an educational element, which has helped us develop our STEM field trip program. Whereas before we weren't able to fill spots during the day because schools did not have the funds just to bring kids just here to skate. The last opportunity, our relationship with local high schools, they have workability programs. It's a program for work experience for students, which we don't have to pay for. The schools actually pay for that. So that's another opportunity that we have that benefits us. Some of the threats that could affect us, the first one would be cuts in future educational funding by the government. That could end opportunities for schools to participate in field trips, even educational field trips, which could result in us having to first reduce labor hours, and it could also result in potential layoffs. The second one would be possible shifts in the educators or even in the local area families' needs and wants as far as how they want to spend their educational and recreational funds. They could change over time, which could also result in a loss of income that would again require us to reduce labor hours and also could result in the need for layoffs. Another threat that we are surrounded by a lot of small businesses and strip malls that include fast food chains. They could potentially lure current and potential employees away by offering higher starting wages and also more hours available to work. The last threat that I found was that, and this is really something that we can't avoid, would be a loss of employees that resign after graduation or they leave for college or military enlistment. Some of the strengths that I found to take advantage of opportunities, we are close to local high schools. So we have the benefit of working with programs, again, such as workability. This enables us to solve staffing shortages, and it also gives us the opportunity to provide meaningful training to students that are in need of work experience. Another one is our target base is families with school-age children and teenagers and adults. This allows us to take advantage of operating in an area that is made up primarily of our target demographic. This gives us a functional advantage, but it also gives us a substantial hiring base as well. Strengths to deal with threats, our ability to offer a flexible work schedule is appealing to students who want to work part-time while attending school, and also maintaining multiple sources of income and promoting fundraising opportunities. We can minimize the impact of the loss of school field trips and STEM field trips should government budget cuts become a reality. And this would help us minimize the need for the reduction of labor hours and also the need for employee layoffs. The three strategic priorities that I wanted to focus on were, first of all, developing a framework for training, evaluation, and recognition, support, and also supporting a work environment that fosters continuous improvement for our employees, and then also to promote employees that demonstrate leadership qualities, to support necessary training activities, and also to provide cross-training opportunities for employees that would like to learn other skills. So regarding action planning, year one, Obviously, we're going to need to start by holding meetings to redefine and redevelop the job duties and best practices for each position. And then following the completion of those tasks, we'll need to start retraining our employees. After we've completed that portion, we will need to hold center-wide meetings so that we can discuss with our employees what kind of performance feedback are they looking for, and then what is the ideal level of management's involvement in guiding the employees' performance and development. And then how can management and the employees work together to develop a work environment that fosters continuous improvement together. And then we'll need to put in place an evaluation system that will include components such as attendance. I also think it's important that the employees give us an impression of their self-evaluation of how they feel they're doing. And then, of course, we'll need to provide them with an evaluation of their work performance and then help them set SMART goals so that we can foster improvement and growth during each following evaluation period. And lastly, we will need to begin cross-training, and then we'll need to continue to hold center-wide meetings so that we can continuously support them in regular intervals. In year 2, we'll need to continue regular employee meetings to measure the successes and failures of the training and feedback programs. And then we'll also include employees and how they feel, or giving us feedback on how they feel the system is working and what is not. If it's determined that some aspects of training evaluation aren't working, then we'll need to go ahead and rework the issues that we're having and come up with solutions to those problems. Year 3, we'll continue the monitoring programs and practices that are driving trends towards retention. And then finally, we'll take necessary action to respond to the controllable issues that we have that are impacting turnover rates if they are needed. And then to conclude, I really feel there is a serious need for the execution of this strategic plan to develop this evaluation and recognition plan. I feel we owe it to our employees. They are young and they are looking to us to provide them with basic job skills so that when they move on to another position, they'll know what will be expected of them. And also, without our employees, our admission means nothing, and our goals won't be able to be met if we are continuously wasting time on training new employees. I look forward to continuing the development of this program with my management team, and I'm absolutely certain that it will improve productivity and morale for everybody in the center. I wanted to say thank you to our professor. He helped me narrow my focus, and then also to our owner here, David Jakes, for allowing me to use his business as a platform for learning and development. Thank you very much for watching.